season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Bearcats will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Arizona Wildcats offense will have first crack at this one. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
He'll go to the sneak.
Man, I like the call. Third inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
Arizona runs out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. The Bearcats offense will take the field for the first time. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
The Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. The short hands, it's Royer. Great reaction by this defense, immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Bearcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a gap, it's Walker. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Back to pass, it's Sorsby. Punts it out of the air. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
And the Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. To the ground with the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
And after having a nice game like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
And the Bearcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Might as well stick with him. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Offense trying to go with some misdirection in the run game to the boundary, but the defense was there. They're able to corral the back behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
With the run on 1st and goal. The ball is out behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Now, what a missed opportunity for this offense. They had a chance to get points. Now they turn the football over. But if I'm this defense, I'm ready to roll. I got them in the black zone. They got to go the length of the field, see if I can go make something happen and get this ball back to my offense.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Oh, they're after him. Got room to work. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Pulls it in, it's Hunter. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball's snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Burnett. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains in there. That's a 41.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
The give on the option. Can't get him to the ground. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Here comes the heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Oh, the attempt is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. To the air, it's Sorsby. Makes the grab, it's Walker. He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. They'll try the counter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys to use their speed against them.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Bearcats send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the grab. There he goes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Today's game in football, it's about getting your speedsters in space. Why? Because you let them do the rest. You get them the football quickly, let them break tackles. You see so many times them making plays after the catch. So hard to stop.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Oh, he makes the catch. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Fafita. It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds his man, it's Hunter. He's stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Arizona going back to work with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Arizona looking to convert on 4th down. They'll run for it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They'll immediately call timeout. The Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the air, it's Fafita. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Catch in the middle. It's Hudson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Got it! He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the home of Bearcats football since 1902.
The Wildcats will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Allen. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
First down, Bearcats.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Using his legs, it's Walker. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Gets it out fast. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
He breaks a tackle. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires on the move. Finds a man on the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll move the wide receiver. This is a designed run. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Touchdown, Bearcats! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And finally, somebody gets on the scoreboard. A first half of no points, 0-0. Now in the third quarter, sometimes when you get that rhythm and that offense rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop. So let's see if this is a trend setter. Let's see if this starts the offensive momentum.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Fafita. Finds his tight end. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The give to the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
And the Wildcats are on the move. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker is Hudson. Touchdown, Wildcats! A great catch and run for 6.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback gets the 1st down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator. that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Handoff from the gun. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. Tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. He's got him. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on first down from the 30. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Hudson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you Get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Soft spot in the middle. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Back to pass, it's Fafita. Gets it out quickly. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
And now this offense on first and goal has a chance to break the tie late. Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Arizona. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking to throw at Sorsby. He's got his man across the middle. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Man, just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field, make plays for you.
Wide receiver comes in motion. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Walker. He's going to lose yardage on the play, steps out of bounds, and we're right at the 2-minute timeout. The Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Handoff to the single back. And they get him down.
And this run defense, man, they've got to do a better job down the stretch. Like, they've got to stop the run. Can't let them get these chunk plays on the ground.
The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. It's Sorsby. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. 4th down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. Got it in the middle, it's Royer. He stopped short, and they'll turn it over. What a huge stand by this defense. Off the play fake on 1st down. Takes the easy completion. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today, and hey, who knows, maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.